We'd like to welcome our defending champion, Kirk, here to the interview room at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Chris, maybe just some opening comments on coming back to the property 1 year later.
Sure, yeah. Amazing just coming back on property, and a lot of good memories from last year for sure, but also a place that I've loved coming for years and years.
Yeah, coming into the week, fourth in the FedEx Cup, obviously the big win at Century. Maybe take us back a few months to the week of Maui and this year so far.
Yeah, an unbelievable week in Maui at the Century for sure. To start off a year like that is just wild. You know, I felt good about my game for a while now, but that's certainly not exactly what you expect to do your first week out after being at home for a little while. But I think that my win here last year definitely helped me a lot on Sunday to be more comfortable where I was at and just to be able to stay aggressive and you know, take it one step at a time and you know, definitely kind of gave me the belief that, you know, after not winning for a long time, this, you know, felt like this is where I was supposed to be.
Great. We'll take some questions.
Welcome back, Chris. Have you played a practice round yet, or been out there?
Thank you. No, I just flew in this morning. I'll be down here in Florida for 3 weeks, so was trying to get as much time at home with the family as I could. So yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'm probably going to play the front nine this afternoon.
What are some of the flashball memories that come back? Some of the main things that you remember from last year's win, whether it's, obviously hoisting the trophy has got to be one of them, but just as far as being on the course and the challenge of this course.
Yeah, the playoff is obviously a pretty easy one to remember. That wedge shot, is one that I'll remember for the rest of my life, no doubt. But really the whole final round, I was playing decent, making some birdies, hitting some good shots, but definitely made more mistakes than I would have liked on Sunday. But this is just a golf course that lends itself to that. It's definitely one where any shot that's a teeny bit off has the possibility of getting punished really heavily. So I was able to really stay in it mentally, and kind of knew that I always had a shot even after making bogey on the 72nd hole. I got a little bit fortunate to be able to be in a playoff and get it done. But yeah, this golf course is always one that is an ultimate test of every aspect of your game. And yeah, so I just remember that kind of feeling of sort of perseverance on Sunday.
Great. We'll go to Matt.
Chris, wanted to ask you, they changed the 10th hole from a par 4 to a par 5. Just wanted to know how that changes playing the hole. Is there any approach difference?
I don't think it'll be much of a change, really. I'm assuming they're going to use that back tee box that we have not used previously. I don't know what the carry is on that bunker on the right now. That'd be the only strategic difference. In years past, as a par 4, we pretty much everybody's been able to just hit it over that right bunker, which makes it a much shorter hole. And so, not necessarily how the hole was designed to be played, I don't think. And so, if we're having to play left, it's still going to be, scoring average probably won't be a whole lot different. But it is, I guess, mentally maybe nice to have a hole that's in your mind a little bit easier, even though it's the same exact hole pretty much, before you get into that stretch on the back nine.
And then talk a little bit about your early season success. You played off-handed pretty much the entire offseason. I just wanted to get your thoughts on maybe how that's helping you mentally or what that's done for your game.
I think it's been a little bit overplayed about how much that has potentially helped me. Yeah, I played 9 holes, I think 4 times, and 18 once left-handed. I didn't practice any or anything like that. It just was something that I was doing purely just for fun. I was wanted to give my body a little bit of a break from swinging right-handed. We put in so many thousands upon thousands of reps, it just will kind of wear you down a little bit. So I was spending a lot of time in the gym and going to play lefty occasionally, and yeah, it's just purely for fun. You know, I mean, if I go play a round of golf at home right-handed, you know, what do I have to do to impress myself? You know, I hold myself to a pretty high standard, as all of us do, but you're playing left-handed, and you make 2 pars in a row, and you're jacked. You know, it's just a totally different feeling where your expectations are so much lower. You know, you make a 15-footer or, you know, pipe a drive down the middle of the fairway, and it's almost like relearning the game again a little bit. It's exciting.
Does that reignite the passion a little bit? Something that you just don't get to do when you're playing right-handed because of how skilled you are?
Maybe so. I mean, like I said, I don't think it relates to my right-handed game nearly as much as people want it to. But yeah, it's just for fun.
Great. Karen?
Chris, where did you put the trophy that you won here?
Next to the other ones.
A follow, in a time where once you turn pro, you're really playing for money, legacy, world rankings. What is the value of a trophy when you're at this stage?
It's definitely a recognition of all the hard work, for sure. This is a game where your overwhelming successes like that are few and far between. I don't care how good you are. You know, even if you're a top 5 player in the world and you win twice in a season, that's an incredible year. So, you know, my mindset now at this stage in my career is I want to play as well as I can for as long as I can. You know, I want to be a relevant player in this game, and I want to kind of see how good I can be. That's sort of always what we're chasing. You know, I'm not necessarily chasing, I want to be the number 1 player in the world and win 10 majors. You know, I want to see what is the best version of myself and try to enjoy the work that I put in to try to achieve that goal as much as possible, whatever that may end up looking like.
So when you look at that trophy, that's what you see as the journey that you endured to hoist it.
Absolutely, yeah. That's, you know, if you play this game just to win tournaments or just for those really great weeks, you're going to be disappointed a lot of the time. So I play it for the challenge that it is. You know, I love how difficult this game is. I love the work that it takes to try to be one of the best players in the world. You know, every aspect of it, I really enjoy that.
Okay. We'll go to Alan.
Chris, how tuned into the business side of things are you with the PT2 Enterprises and all that nitty-gritty?
Not very. You know, I mean, I read the emails, but that's about it. I've had the approach for the last few years that, you know, it's not really something that I have a huge amount of influence on. I could have a small influence on it, sure. But I also feel like I'm a professional golfer. I'm not somebody who's has a ton of experience in the business world. I'm not someone who has any experience in the business world. So I just sort of look at it as, you know, I'm going to put my trust in the people that are running our tour and hope that they do the best thing by us. And no matter what the outcome is of any of these decisions or agreements or what the tour changes to or what it looked like last year, this year, next year, the better I play, the better off I'll be. That will never change. So that's my focus.
Has that trust been tested recently? Has it been restored? What is the level of trust that you have for the leadership now?
I think that I've always felt like they're doing the best they can.
Is that good enough? I mean, there's the effort, and then there's the results. I mean, are you pleased where things are going?
They're doing a hell of a lot better than I would. I'll say that. You know, so yeah. I mean, I have trust in them, and I think that everybody that's running the tour has our best intentions in mind, and I think that they're doing everything they can to further the game, to further our tour, and you know, there's been some really, really difficult things thrown at them over the last few years, and I think they I think they're doing a great job with a really, really hard situation that, like I said, they're doing a whole lot better than you or I would, I think.
Can you articulate how the equity will work for a player like yourself?
I've read over some of the basic models, but I don't have a comprehensive enough understanding of it to really try to explain it right now.
Who can you go to ask those questions? I mean, if you really want to get granular with it.
Yeah, I mean, anybody on the player relations team, or I can call Jay's cell phone if I want to. He answers when I call him. But it's like I said, I'm very focused on what my job is, not what their job is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, thanks for coming in. Best of luck this week.
Sure.